As soon as I first touched my copy of this book, I immediately had the sense that I was holding something very special. Oh, look, and she's so beautiful on the back. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Deckled Edges. I am in fact talking about The Land of Sweet Forever, a collection of short stories and essays by Harper Lee, the author of the Pulitzer Prize winning 1960 novel To Kill a Mockingbird. The collection consists of 8 unpublished short stories and various previously published essays and other miscellaneous pieces. If you watched my previous video or also follow the legacy of Harper Lee, then you'll know that the release of this book was handled much more respectfully than the 2015 release of Go Set a Watchman. What's really awesome about this release is that Harper Lee as a person remains so mysterious to us because when she was alive, she lived a very private life. And we always hear the story about how she wrote To Kill a Mockingbird after such an act of love from friends who believed in her and her work and wanted her to take a whole year off to work on a longer piece. But we never really knew what exactly they saw that made them believe in her work so much. Until now. After reading the collection, a few things immediately struck me. One, she was a very humorous lady. I don't know if she was exactly a smartass like I am, but she is definitely funny. She clearly had a great sense of humor. One of the stories is about a girl who thinks she's pregnant because she hugged a boy who had his pants unbuttoned. Even in the way she chooses names for her characters. Throughout the stories, there are names like Jean Louis, not Jean Louise as we later famously see, C.W. Henderson without the periods for initials, and Miss Turnipseed. She also had a keen ability to write lifelike dialogue. Within the humor, though, there are clearly indications early on that she wanted to discuss social issues in her writing, as commentary is present. In one story, an unnamed protagonist lives with their older sister Doe, who we really know is her and her real-life older sister Alice, and there's a struggle present between her own political values and her more conservative family, a struggle that I can also relate with personally. Through these stories, there are also certain scenarios and names that Lee used in To Kill a Mockingbird, including the town of Macomb, Alabama, where quite a few of these stories are set. That name, Jean Louise Finch, turning into Jean Louise Finch, and the teacher scolding a student for already knowing how to read. The essays are also super fun, with pieces of various topics, including about people like her friends Gregory Peck and Truman Capote, and even a little excerpt about what her writing routine looked like. Casey Sepp wrote such a great intro to the collection.